What is up, everybody? I am Get Flanked, and I've been talking a lot recently about having fun in Rainbow Six Siege. I've made a couple videos talking about the fun meta and just about how you can focus on having fun more than winning, and how unranked can be a great place to do that. And I streamed the other day, and the title of my stream was Fun Ops Only. And I think that is a big part of it. A big part of having fun in this game is trying out different ops and doing different things with all the ops that you have available. And somebody asked in that stream, what's the definition of a fun operator? And so I thought it would be interesting to make a video right now talking about this and just what I consider to be the funnest operators in the game. Now, I'm going to be listing my top 5. I'm not going to be putting them in any particular order, but this list would probably be different for every single person you ask, because I think different people consider different things fun. Some people only have fun if they're winning, and that's really what I've been working on recently. And this list isn't going to reflect the most viable operators in the game. It's going to reflect the operators that whenever I'm playing them, I'm having the most fun. And it's probably a big factor is what operators are you bored of? And, I think there's operators in the game that would be fun, but I play them so much that I'm kind of tired of them or bored of them. And playing a new operator, it often breaks the habits that you have in Siege and puts you in different situations. So that's part of the fun. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into the top 5 right now. And I'm going to start with Amaro. So why does Amaro deserve to be in my top 5? Well, she has a grappling hook. I mean, that's a good start. I mean, there's a really cool feeling hooking onto a window, flying through the air, ending up in a building and surprising somebody. Like getting into the building as fast as she can and surprising enemies feels really good. And that is a lot of fun. Also, she's the first operator in the game that could go up hatches. We all know that Orcs, the defender, can go up hatches now, but before Orcs, she was the only one that could do this. And fans have speculated for a very long time about an operator that could go up hatches. So when we saw her do that and actually got to do it, it is pretty exciting and it's fun. I mean, I've developed some strats. There was one on Skyscraper I could think of where you come up a hatch and plant and just have teammates covering from windows, and it actually worked pretty well. And that's really fun. Like when you can pull stuff off like that, that's when Rainbow Six Siege is at its best, in my opinion. And Amaro really lets a lot of those situations shine. Next up on the list is Fuse. Fuse is somebody that I played a lot whenever I first started playing Siege, but then I put him away for a while, and I've recently gotten back into him, and I'm having so much fun playing with him. When you get a kill with the cluster charge, it feels like you're memeing on the enemy when you get a kill with the cluster charge. It's so loud, there's so much warning that when you get a kill with it, it just feels like you have achieved the impossible sometimes. But to pick Fuse and try to accomplish the job that a normal Thatcher would do by like getting rid of barbed or getting rid of bandit charges or something like that off of a wall by doing it vertically, that's a really cool feeling. And it feels like you're almost cheating the game by bringing in a different operator and getting rid of all that stuff. So I had a lot of fun doing that. You combine the fact that he is a 3 armor attacker, which you don't encounter very often, other than Gridlock. There's nobody that doesn't have a shield that is a 3 armor. And I know Fuse has a shield, but I'm playing him with his AR most of the time because it's the best AR in the game. So that's another fun factor for him, is that you can bring such a good gun whenever you're bringing Fuse. So I think that Fuse deserves to be in this top 5 for me. I can see a lot of people disagreeing with me here and maybe not placing Fuse in their top 5, and I get it, but I just have a lot of fun playing him. I think it's really cool to be creative with how you can get utility out of his cluster charges, because there is a lot of potential utility there. You just have to kind of maneuver around the map differently than you would with a Thatcher. With a Thatcher, you just go up to a wall, throw your EMP, and poof, they're gone. With Fuse, you might have to take control of the floor above them, go over above find where the soft floor is, and all that stuff requires map knowledge. And so when you do that and actually pull it off, it feels really good. That's, I think, the biggest thing with Fuse. Anything you do with Fuse, when you're successful with his cluster charges, it feels really good. Like you accomplished something in the game that's not easy to do. Okay, next up on the list is Kuvira, and Kuvira is probably the one on the list that I play the least of. And the simple reason why is because I have potato aim, so I struggle with her pistol. But I still recognize is there any operator in the game that is more fun to play? I mean, think about it. You run around the map with a pistol that does a lot of damage, you're silent, and when you get that interrogation, it feels amazing, and there's nobody. Again, it's kind of one of those things where if you interrogate somebody, you almost feel like you're memeing on them. and your whole team is like cheering you on because they're getting ready to go get the kills whenever you get the interrogation. Plus there's the whole feeling of when you're going through the interrogation animation, you're like, am I gonna get killed? Am I gonna get killed? Am I gonna pull this off? So all that adds to a lot of excitement and a lot of fun with Kuvira. I wish she had better weapons. Actually, I don't wish she had better weapons because then she'd be picked a lot more. And I hate playing against her. But yeah, I mean, she's so fun to play. There's no doubt about it. I mean, just the total package, and something about her just feels faster. I don't know, whenever you activate her silent step, it just feels like you're floating through the entire map, and you've just got this pistol and you're trying to sneak up on everybody. You would think with somebody with the name Get Flanked that it would be somebody that I played a lot more of. Maybe I just need to get better aim and get better with her pistol and try playing her more, because every time I play her, I have fun. It's just frustrating to me whenever I'm missing shots with her pistols. So yeah, Kuvira I have on the list. Let me know with that one. Let me know with the whole list in general. Like, do you agree with the ones I'm listing or not? But particularly Kuvira. Does Kuvira make it in your top 5? I feel like a lot of people are going to write off Kuvira because they don't like playing against her. And just because somebody's frustrating to play against doesn't mean they're not fun to play as. Usually it's actually the opposite. You know what I mean? Like, the operators in the game that are the most frustrating to play against, a lot of times those are the most fun operators to play. That's what I've found anyway. And I think Kuvira kind of fits that bill. Okay, next on the list, I'm going to go with Orcs. And again, I think this is one that people might disagree with because not a lot of people are having a lot of success in ranked with Orcs. But the dude can bash through walls, okay? The dude can knock Monty off of his feet, like, how fun is that? I also think it's fun to go up hatches and stuff. I think there's a lot of similarities between Orcs and Kuvira. If only thing is with Orcs, the only thing he can do is get kills. At least Kuvira can get an interrogation and help out the whole team. The only thing Orcs can do, other than maybe make rotates and take damage doing it, is getting kills. So that puts a lot of pressure on you when you're playing with Orcs. But yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. Like, I've actually used his ability to go through soft walls to flank enemies, to evade enemies. I've gotten good use out of it several times in game. And what I've noticed playing with him is I actually get a lot of kills, not from like actually jumping up hatches, but just from playing near open hatches. Whenever I'm playing as Orcs, I'm opening hatches, I'm playing near those hatches a lot, and I find myself getting a lot of kills with him just sitting on an open hatch and letting an enemy come underneath. That happens more than I realize, and it's actually opened my eyes to the possibility of doing that with other operators. You don't have to be Orcs to play on open hatches. So that's something I've definitely thought about, and he's kind of opened my eyes to. I think the clip on the screen right now perfectly demonstrates that. I showed this in a previous video, so forgive me for that, but I wanted to show it again since we're talking about Orcs. I come up this hatch, I get behind 2 players here, I kill them both. Yes, that Capital should have killed me, I get it. But stuff like this happens from time to time, and there's no other operator, there's no defender in the game that could do this. And it's really fun, to open a hatch and come back to it later after the attackers have moved through and get these flanks off on them is extremely fun. That's why I love playing Orcs. Okay, the last one in my top 5 is Tatanka. If you are playing Tatanka, you are having a lot of fun. I've said that before on podcasts and stuff, and it's true. I don't play Tatanka a lot, but every time that I play him, I am having a lot of fun. It either means that I am in ranked and I'm again memeing on the opponents because we're up big, or I'm in unranked just messing around and trying stuff. I mean, he's got a stationary turret, and we all know how impractical that is in this game. So once again, if you're at that turret and you just let the bullets fly and you pick up a kill with it, it feels pretty amazing. It kind of feels like you got away with something whenever you're getting kills with the Tatanka. People overlook the fact that his SMG is one of the best SMGs in the game. So once you get away from that turret, you can actually have a lot of fun with the Tatanka, kind of roaming around and moving around the map. He also has the best voice lines, especially screams in the game. Whenever he takes damage and screams, I laugh out loud every single time. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, whenever I'm looking at fun operators, if I'm playing Tatanka, I'm having the most fun I'm having in the game. And I think that's why he has to be on this list. Okay, so that's my top 5, but I'm going to throw one honorable mention at you here. and that's Ying. And I know Ying's gone back and forth with some buffs and nerfs and stuff like that, but Ying, when she works and when you throw a Candela and clear a room where there's an anchor holding a really tough position, that is a really fun feeling and really satisfying feeling. I used to do it a lot on Skyscraper. Gosh, I guess all these ops I had strats with all these ops on Skyscraper for some reason, but I used to do that to get people out of Geisha. You know, you'd see people sit in Geisha, and if you didn't have a hard breacher or something, or, you know, he was bandit tricking and you didn't have anybody to go underneath, you could get him out of there with Ying. And I got a lot of kills that way. And there's several instances like that. I think the reason I didn't put Ying in the top 5 is because her Candelas can be frustrating. They're better than they used to be, but they are frustrating when you feel like you should have blinded somebody and you didn't. And so I think that's why I didn't put her in the top 5, but nevertheless, I do have a lot of fun with Ying. Okay, guys, that's my top 5. Let me know what you think down in the comments. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? What would your top 5 be? Put all that stuff down below. If you enjoyed this, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way here soon.